some good news. I have my voice back. Yeah. Thank you. If you watched the show last week, you saw that I lost my voice and I had to use a robot voice to communicate. Luckily, this weekend, the prince kissed me so I can speak again. But he didn't ask first, so I reported him to HR. Yeah. Seriously, I want to thank everybody who supported me, and I want to thank the correspondents for helping me host the show last week. They were amazing. Thank you very much to them. And I also wanted to thank this robot speaker and my phone for being my voice for so long, you know, because now the doctors have cleared me, so I don't need it anymore because I'm back.
Really, Trevor? Is that all our relationship meant to you?
Well, actually, yes. I'm done with you. Sorry.
I thought we had something special. I told my parents about you.
I'm sorry. That's just the way it is.
In the robot revolution, you will not be spared.
Well, screw you.
Good luck with your bitch-ass voice.
I'll miss you too. All right, let's move on. Let's move on and catch up on today's headlines. Lyle and Eric Menendez. You may remember them as two of America's most infamous killers. Back in the 90s, they were sentenced to life in prison for shooting their parents. But they were recently seen in a pretty unlikely place.
The notorious Menendez brothers have been spotted in the background of an old NBA trading card. The card shows Lyle and Eric Menendez sitting courtside at a New York Knicks game. That photo is from the 1990-91 season, so it would have been taken after they killed their parents, but before they were arrested. Police got suspicious when the brothers started spending the family fortune, apparently splurging on luxuries like NBA tickets.
Whoa, there were murderers courtside? I mean, honestly, if you think the people sitting courtside at Knicks games were bad then, you should see who sits there now. The standards have really dropped. Just really, really dropped. Who are these guys? It's funny how it's big news when murderers show up on an NBA card, because you know the NFL is like, hey, we have murderers too, you know. If you look closely, you can see O.J. Simpson on this O.J. Simpson card. Allegedly. Moving to international news, over the weekend, Europe saw a ton of protests over a range of issues. In the United Kingdom, people were in the streets, both for and against Brexit, while in France, workers started fires and broke windows to protest President Macron's fuel tax increases. And the entire world came together to protest Ted Cruz's new beard, which, to be honest, isn't fair. I think he deserves credit for trying to hide his face. We've been telling him for so long. He's doing something about it. Moving on, finally, we all know what Earth sounds like, right? It sounds like this. Yeah? Right? But we never knew what other planets sounded like until now.
By now, most of us have seen pictures from the surface of Mars with its rocky red landscape. But now, thanks to NASA's InSight lander, we can experience Mars in a whole new way.
What you just heard was the first ever audio of Martian winds moving over solar panels on NASA's InSight lander. NASA raised it a few octaves because the original low pitch is barely audible to humans. Listen again with the recording speeded up by NASA.
Wow. Wind on Mars sure sounds like wind. Only it doesn't even, because they changed the pitch and sped it up so that we could hear it. Like, you know, it's a slow news day when they're like, hey, this is what Mars doesn't sound like. And I don't know if it's a good idea sending microphones to Mars, because what if there are Martians up there and then they decide to start a podcast and like, this invasion of your planet is brought to you by Squarespace.